Would everyone please stand? This woman to be married. Dearly beloved, we are here today not to witness a new beginning, but rather to celebrate with Mark and Charisse the wondrous and joyful occurrence that's already taken place in their lives and the commitment they're here to make to each other today. Mark and Charisse have asked me to officiate the ceremony as I've known them both before they knew each other, and I've had the privilege to watch this relationship unfold from that day on January 23rd, 2010, when they first met. That night, Wilson tagged along as the third wheel on my date, only to meet the love of his life. As we were enjoying a tasty cocktail at the Golden Gopher, I noticed this tiny woman burrowing through the coats around us looking for her camera. Before I could stop talking, Mark was talking to her. Having known them both, I thought, good luck, buddy. You're out of your league. She's a Lakers fan. Before I could grasp what was happening, I was no longer part of the conversation. Argentina, China, Brazil, India, my head began to spin from the speed with which they discussed their globe-trotting ways. I didn't see Mark much over the next few days, but when we finally hung out, I knew something was different, for both of them. You see, I'd never seen them take to someone so quickly and so naturally. I was reminded of this about a year later when I was having dinner at their house. Mark and Charisse were pouring drinks, chopping veggies, preparing pizza. They worked together so effortlessly. It was as if they'd crafted the art over years of practice, yet it had only been a short time. I'd known that since that first night that their relationship was something special. But at that moment, it was staring me in the face. They didn't need Brazil or India or China, Argentina, or any of the other exotic destinations they bonded over. Even with a bottle of $2 Chuck and a homemade pizza, they were having the time of their lives. They had each other. I left that night reminded that it's not the destination, but the company that makes life enjoyable. Today, they're every bit as excited to be around one another as they were 2.5 years ago. To know Wilson and Charisse is to know that since that fateful night, they've been an extension of one another, seamlessly blending into each other's lives so simply and easily that it's hard to tell where Mark ends and Charisse begins. Please be seated. I'll now read a passage from Union by the author Robert Fulton. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed you've been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car, over a meal, or during long walks, all of those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, you will, and we will. All those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of the wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things that we've promised, hoped, and dreamed, I meant it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher. For you have learned much from one another these past few years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across a threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. Now, Charisse's brother, Vincent, will read an Apache wedding.
Mark and Charisse. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter to the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there is no more loneliness, for each of you will be companion to the other. Now you are two bodies, but there is one life before you. Go now to your dwelling place, to enter into the days of your togetherness, and may your days be good and long upon the earth.
Thank you. Mark and Charisse have decided to create their own vows and present them today. Mark, would you please begin?
Charisse, I love you. What more is there to say? I love you for filling our days with fun and laughter. I love you for the remarkable person that you are. I love you for awakening within me a desire to be a better man. I want nothing more to be your husband, to walk side by side with you as we go through life together, to celebrate the good times, and to comfort each other when times get tough. You are the strongest person I've ever met. I know that if you put your mind to something, that nothing can stand in your way, not even me. I know you always seem to know how to tell me exactly what I need to hear, even when I don't want to hear it. You have a remarkable ability to never lose sight of the big picture, and you never seem to let the unimportant things stress you out. Because of those qualities, I have complete faith in offering my life in your service. I've seen the many ways that you have put me first in life, like the way you've learned to become a great cook for me. My vow is to dedicate my life to a never-ending reciprocation of that devotion, always putting you first so that you will always feel my love for you. Falling in love with you is the easy part, but today I'm standing here in front of our friends and family, publicly making the choice to commit to loving you forever. I promise to always love and support you, to always put you first. I promise to accept you for who you are, I'll never stop trying to help you be the best that you can be. I promise to never stop working on our relationship, especially when times get tough. I promise to you that no matter what happens in our life, that I will honor and never forget the promises that I made you here today. You will have me as your husband. I promise to dedicate myself to making your life as happy as you can.
The moment I met you, the entire world suddenly made sense. You boldly pulled me into your lap that night, and when I looked into your eyes to put you back in your place, I ended up finding my place in this world instead. In the months following that night, the people around me saw a softer side emerge, and one by one they all told me that they had never seen me happier. How could I not be happy when you do everything in your power to make sure that I am? Including trying to drive with my suitcase on your lap yesterday because it made me lose the feeling in my leg. Life is a journey, and there is no one else I would rather experience it with.
Mark and Charisse have chosen as a couple to perform a love letter and wine box ceremony. This box contains a bottle of wine, 2 glasses, and a love letter from each to the other. The letter describes the good qualities they find in one another, the reasons they fell in love, and their reasons for marrying today. The letters are sealed in individual envelopes, and they have not seen what the other has written. You have created your own romantic time capsule to be opened on your 5th anniversary. Mark and Charisse, should you ever find marriage enduring insurmountable hardships, you are, as a couple, to open this box, sit and drink the wine together, then separate and read the letters you wrote to one another when you were united as a couple in marriage. By reading these letters, you will reflect upon the reasons you fell in love and chose to marry each other here today. The hope, however, is that you will never have a reason to open this box. And if this is the case, you are to open this box to share and enjoy on your 5th wedding anniversary. Mark and Charisse, you may now seal the box. Mark, do you take Charisse to be your wife, to give yourself to her completely, to love her and comfort her through good times and bad, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health? Do you promise to honor and respect her, to support her dreams, treat her with kindness, and help her become the best she can be as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Charisse, do you take Mark to be your husband, to give yourself to him completely, to love him and comfort him through the good times and bad, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health? Do you promise to honor and respect him, to support his dreams, treat him with kindness, and help him become the best he can be as long as you both shall live?
I do.
May I please have the ring? Mark, please repeat after me. I, Mark, give you, Charisse, this ring as a symbol of my enduring love and commitment to you.
I, Mark, give you, Charisse, this ring as
A
symbol
of my enduring love
of my enduring love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
Charisse, please repeat after me. I, Charisse, give you, Mark, this ring as a symbol of my enduring love and commitment to you. Let everyone here stand witness to the commitment that Mark and Charisse have taken here today. Let everyone here honor befriend, and celebrate their marriage. For what two people commit to each other, let no one come between. May you always be able to talk things over, confide in each other, laugh with each other, travel with one another, enjoy life together, and to share moments of quiet and peace when the day is done. Through your partnership, triumph over the challenges of your path, and through the comfort of loving arms, may you always find a safe place to call home. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Mark and Charisse Wilson.
Bravo.
This is good. This is good.
You're the ace right there. That's all we need. Get him out.
What?